Hi students. So in the earlier class we were discussing about product life cycle. So with the help of diagram we have discussed development stage of a new product under which the huge cost incurs for research and development purpose and adding new features to the product for the new product, etc., etc. That is why under the first stage, that is the development stage, company accrues huge loss to develop a new product because the cost involved in research and development process is very huge. The second stage in any product's life cycle is introductory part. So the entire success of the product depends upon this stage. But under this stage, company may never earn, company may fail to earn profit because the product is now under the first stage, that is development stage, product is yet to be released or yet to be introduced to the market because product was not born yet under the development stage. That is the only stage where a promoter or manufacturer or producer intends or tries to develop new product. So under this stage, under the second stage called introduction stage, they may ask for 2 marks. What do you mean by introduction stage in a product life cycle? And please do remember the entire process of product life cycle. They ask for 15 marks in your SEM exam, which is very important question. Product, briefly explain product life cycle. So under which you have to explain each and every stage individually. Fine. Now, the first stage we have discussed in detail. The second stage is called introduction stage. Introduction stage is nothing but when a new product for the first time made available for purchase or any product for the first time available to the consumer in the market. It is called introduction stage under which a manufacturer or producer develops new product along with all the new feature, then he introduces to the market, existing market. So say for example, if you find any new detergent, then that detergent is made available for the customer first time. That includes all the features which may not included in your competitor's product. So under introduction stage, when a new product for the first time made available for purchase, and under this stage there is a huge promotional cost involved it because consumers may not aware of your product, consumer may not aware what are the benefits of your product, or consumers or customers may not aware how to use that your product. So you have to communicate with the customer, communicate with the potential buyer of this particular product. So you have to you you have to promote your product, you have to advertise your product, but promotional activities and advertising policies and advertising, the process of advertising never comes for free. So it's huge cost is involved while introducing your product to the existing market. So to to aware the consumer, to educate the consumer, there is a huge lot of selling and promotional cost involved in it. But the introduction stage or introductory part of the new product is also called as market penetration. Market penetration means you are just entering the existing market. You have to compete with already available products. So those products which are the consumers are well aware of those products, and those products have wide market and wide consumer base, so they no need to they in certain cases they no need to expend on uh, they no need to spend on advertising and selling and promotional activities. But since your product is quite new to the market because it is the new in the market, you have to spend a huge lot of money in advertising and promotional activity. So see, there are two things you have to focus on. The market penetration means introducing your product with the less selling price or cheaper price because there are already existing products available in the market. There are well established product in the market. So if you are introducing a new cold drink brand to the market, There are there are n numbers of cold drinks, sip on, fruity, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Thumbs Up, Sprite, 7 Up, etc. are already in the market. So if you are going to introduce your product, you have researched and developed your product by spending huge lot of money, and your taste is different. But to introduce your product, you have to go with your competitors price also. The competitors are selling at rupees 10 per bottle, at rupees 5 per pouch, uh, at 7 rupees, 10 rupees or 12 rupees per tetra pack, maza slice and all. So there are huge lot of money you have invested so far. That means you intend to take back your return as soon as it is possible. Even though you intend to take your return on investment back, you cannot introduce your product with huge selling price, because there are already existing well established product available in the market, which the retailers are selling at very lower price. So the introduction part of the product plays a very vital role in success of the product. So you, first of all, you have to educate the consumer or customer. Then that customer should ask for your product in retailer, because you cannot selling the product directly to the consumer. You have to sell your product to the retailer who exhibits your product to the consumer. Because see, you have to offer huge lot of things to the retailers first. Because if you go to any retailer shop and ask them to keep your product with them, then that retailer may ask, see, I am paying the rent, I am putting all efforts for selling the product, what do I get? Then what do you offer for retailer? Ultimately, consumers are there, the ultimate final customers or consumers are there, but to reach your consumer or customer, you have to convince the retailer for keeping your product or exhibiting your product with them. So that is the difficult task under this stage, introduction stage. So to convince the retailer, you have to offer them a lot, you have to give them some freebies, you have to give them some gift. That is the reason there is a huge selling and promotional cost are involved. And since you have invested huge lot of money in the research and development, the price is relatively high, because your intention as a manufacturer or as a producer, you intend to take back your investment as soon as possible. That is the reason under this stage, see, all this stage explains about volume of sell, the total sales volume and the selling price and the profit margin. So in some exam also, you have to keep on focusing all these three concepts while answering product life cycle. So one is under development stage, there is no selling cost, but there is a research and development cost are involved in it. To recover that cost, you have fixed your price relatively high rather than your competitor, to recover high development and production and marketing cost anyways. Then under this stage, the sales volume or the process of selling, ultimately or apparently eventually it increases, but at very lower pace. The anticipated speed or anticipated volume of sales may not happen under this stage, because your product is quite new to the market. So the volume of sales increases, eventually it increases, but at very phase lower pace or lower rate. Then since you have invested huge lot of money in selling and advertising and promotional activity, there might be a loss, or even though if you get the profit, that may be break even. That means no profit, no loss. That means the selling price and the conducting business day to day activity may equal. That is called break even. So you have to focus on these four things while explaining introduction stage. One is huge selling and promotional cost, and second one is penetration price or introductory price is always relatively high for new product, to recover high research and development cost and production cost and marketing cost. Then volume of sales, it increases, apparently it increases, but at very low pace. Then there might be a loss or break even or very less, very nominal profit margin you get under introduction stage. So far we have discussed development stage of a product and introduction stage. In the next class, we will discuss the next product life cycles.